Hello everyone again. It's Amuser for part 2 of this Gundam Evolution project I've self-titled The Real One-Year War. In part 1 I did an overview of the suits, so if you skipped that or if you're just continuing from that, this is part 2 where I want to talk more about what kind of went wrong in my opinion with this game. There's several factors. While I did enjoy this game, there's a lot of mistakes that were made in development, and I wanted to take a deeper look at those as somebody who stuck with the game in the second half of its life pretty closely. First and foremost, I think one of the most critical problems with this game was the lack of rewards given to free players. You basically had to buy into this game with real money if you really wanted to earn anything. For 5 seasons, the season pass would lock off half the content. You would lose access to 1 daily and half of the weeklies, so you would get less XP if you didn't get the season pass. The game did not give enough capital to people who didn't spend money. It was impossible to unlock all the suits in this game if you didn't spend real money at some point. It doesn't matter. There's literally no way. It doesn't matter how good you were. I'm genuinely not surprised people fell off after a few weeks of the initial launch because it simply wasn't rewarding enough. There were a series of beginner challenges that gave you enough capital for about 2 suit unlocks, if I recall correctly. But that was a real grind, took a while, and almost became impossible because one of the requirements was to play ranked matches. And people didn't play ranked matches after a while, so that became impossible. Rip to all the people stuck on that one. If you didn't buy into the season pass, you would only earn half the capital, I believe, toward a suit unlock as well. So it just was not possible to get anywhere without spending real money. Even when you bought into the season pass, it only gave you enough to buy 1 suit. And then you would get your gold back, and you could get 1 suit per season, and that's it. You still had to go out of your way to spend real money at some point to unlock the extra suits, because they would unlock 2 suits per season generally. If the lack of rewards for playing, especially without the season pass, wasn't enough of a deterrent, then the other thing that definitely killed it for people was the shop, the monetization, the horrifically overpriced skins, and the cost of unlocking a suit if you didn't have enough capital, which would happen through the course of the game. Given the free-to-play monetization model of this game, they seized all of the opportunities to play with people's FOMO. Limited time skins. Some skins entered the shop and then never came back, so if you missed it, and that's too bad. Some of these skins could go up to like $20 per skin. A bunch were between $10, $12, $15 USD. I'm saying this in USD, so if you want to convert that to a different currency, just know I'm referring to USD. There was legit only 1 bundle that was worth it, and that was this bundle that gave you 5 suits at the cost of 4, basically, and a cosmetic for 4 of them. Not unicorn for some reason, though. A little odd. But seriously, these skins were so overpriced that you'd have to be fucking crazy to even consider getting them, unless you really, really liked how they looked. As an extra layer of screw you, there were special limited time skins that you could only get through swapping your scraps, aka the green ones up there. But these skins cost 4,000 scrap, and that's not a realistically attainable number by anyone's standards. If you wanted one of these skins, you were going to have to pay hundreds of dollars to just open crates and just get lots of dupes and eventually build enough scrap. 4,000. Why? Why in the holy fuck is it that expensive? It's this kind of shit that's just gonna make people give up and turn away. I have never seen a single player have any of these skins in the game. If you thought those skins that I showed earlier, the Abyss ones, were bad, these were the ultimate, like, $1,000,000 whale skins, if I've ever seen them. They got greedy and pushed this shit way too hard. A smaller point to this, but something I feel that is very valid. One thing that sucked regarding cosmetics, in case everything I said didn't suck enough already, was the split unit and weapon skins. So you could get a skin only for your suit but not your gun, or vice versa. And that really sucks. You see a gold thing pop up when one of your crates are opening, and then it's just a legendary gun. That's like, okay, game, thanks. That's so cool.
You know, the default.
Yeah.
I kind of deserve it for how garbage my last game was.
I just got gold camphor gun. No. And they cost the same as a unit skin. Weapon skins, in my opinion, should have been a little cheaper than a unit skin. Just, it was too much. Or just they should have been included as one thing. Like, you unlock one, you get the other. It just didn't feel right to me, in my opinion. Drilling down further into reasons this game annoyed people, for 5 seasons, I think it took up until season 6, weeklies and dailies were restricted by required suits you had to use with. And this sucked because people were not aware of how it worked. You could easily just pick the suit, spawn in with it, and then quickly swap out of it at select, and you would still get credit for quote-unquote using the thing, if it was just a play game with said suit daily, or weekly, or whatever. But this effectively made people play in such weird ways, or play with suits they didn't want to play with, so it honestly just felt bad and terrible. And then you would get stuck with stupid situations, like, say that you had one where you had to get critical hit kills. It's like killing enemies with headshots. And then you see Dom or Gun Tank there, and they can't get crits. So that means you have to use one of the other 2 suits. And you better pray that you have them unlocked and they're not premium suits. Because they would do this thing where the locked suits were usually included once or twice in these dailies and weeklies as well. So it was too much tiptoeing when they should have just made it basic, which they eventually did in Season 6 by straight up removing the suit limitations. Just, it really, they just changed this way too late. If they abandoned suit requirements within Season 1 or 2, maybe that would have helped a lot. Now, I'm not sure if this is just me or not, but it felt like the longer I played this game, the more that a specific issue would pop up later on in the game's lifespan. I don't feel like this started happening to me until Season 5 or so, and it wasn't a super common issue, but every time it happened, it was a real buzz killer to the point where people I'm playing with, we usually just called it a night after that and walked away disappointed. It was the first round immediately.
The enemy has begun their assault.
Of course.
Are you fucking kidding me already? We haven't even started the game yet.
No.
This game fucking sucks.
How?
You know what? Lythera wasn't wrong.
Lythera was right.
Is that a...
There are 4 of them on my...
Oh my god, Frank, wait,
No.
is this...
No!
No!
Your network connection is unstable.
Wait, no, no, no!
Leave me alone!
Oh.
Another very valid problem that needed to be addressed, and I still can't believe I haven't mentioned it yet, because I had to get through everything else before it first, was the limited servers. You could only play in North America, Europe, and Asia. If you lived anywhere else, you were pretty much SOL. And effectively blocking half the world away from your game, a little less than half the world, not a very smart move for a game like this. More on the funnier side of things, there were some problems with the in-game chat filter slash chat censor this game had as well. It's really clear that somebody didn't quite think all of it through, or they just got lazy and grabbed some kind of system somewhere and ran with it without actually diving deep into it, because there's some things that mess up, like, you know, the word unicorn, because there's a unit named Unicorn and Ashimar. Ass is obviously censored, but in Unicorn, the word corn is censored, and I forget why exactly. But the whole thing's ridiculous. Look at all these other words that are friggin' censored. And now it's time to close everything up, unfortunately. No more GM superiority. No more Mahiru relevancy. No more gun tank. Woo! No more carrying with Pale Rider. No more enjoying this game with friends. No more camp for enjoyment. No more bitching at teammates to get at point. I will miss this game. But like others say, all good things must come to an end. So I will say one more time, from the top, Gundam Evolution, ladies and gentlemen.